Hello everyone, today we're going to demonstrate how to install HoudiniEsq on a Linux distribution. As far as Linux is concerned, Houdini supports Red Hat, Rocky, Alma, Oracle, CentOS, FreeBSD, OS X, OpenSUSE, Alpine, and Fedora. Fedora is what we're going to use today. I'm going to log into Fedora now. Once in, we see the desktop. I'm going to go ahead and open the File Explorer. I've already downloaded the installer for Linux. The Linux installer is currently only for ARM processors, that is the ARM architecture. That being said, we do have Intel and AMD-based installers for Linux coming very soon. Probably by the time you see this video, they will be available. Under Downloads, I have a zip file of the installer. I'm going to double-click it. I'm going to go to that folder it created, and I'm going to open that folder in a console. Because the installer doesn't use a UI, we will use just the terminal. I'm an admin, so I'm going to use sudo and bash since our installer is a bash script. The installer bash script uses humpback notation, so case is very important. We use this type of notation to prevent accidentally running a different script. You will notice the window has a red title bar. This is because I'm an admin and I'm executing this installer script as an administrator via the sudo command. This is how HoudiniEsq is to be installed, so it locks everything down. The installer will install HoudiniEsq in the opt folder, which is where we put optional applications on Linux. As you can see, the OS is Fedora Linux. The username is going to be admin@esq.com. That's true of every solo user. You must use basic username unless you buy a full license. Then you can use your actual email address for your user account. You're required to provide 3 passwords. You need the password for your admin@esq.com account. So I'll enter that now. Please note that these 3 passwords cannot be the same. Next, I'm going to enter a repository password. This is your file cabinet key. Since documents contain the most sensitive information, a separate password is used. Don't worry, your browser will remember it for you. Everyone who needs access to documents needs to have this file cabinet key. I'm going to create that password now. This is typically shared with all your staff. The last password is the client portal password. If you want to grant your clients access via the portal, this is the password they will be given if you grant your clients portal access. I will enter that now. Make sure you write everything down, then select Yes. The installer will unpack the HoudiniEsq files. Then it's going to update any required dependencies. If there's some old dependencies, it will remove them and then add the new dependencies in their place. The last step will be starting the HoudiniEsq service. After that, you should be able to log in, so the installer is all done. I'm going to close these windows since we don't need them anymore. I'm going to open the default browser, which in this case is Firefox, and use the local host as the URL/Houdini. I like to add a parameter called frm with a value of Houdini. This will force the login screen to fill in the firm field automatically for me. You will want to bookmark the login screen once it comes up. The username field, which takes the form of an email address, isn't auto-filled unless you are using a solo license. Enter the password for the default username you assigned to login. Great job, you're in. That was easy. This is how you install HoudiniEsq on a Linux distribution. Thanks for joining me.